Good morning. This is the news. Yeah. Later, this chair will turn into a court. It's a fantastic chair. Right. So I will give you some news from Sweden today. First, the EU found some extra money. I don't know where they found this money, but they got it. It's like 100 million euros or something. And they decided to give it to Sweden. Let's see if you can guess what kind of people got this money. I'm sure you can guess this. That's right. It was not the healthcare workers or the businesses or the farmers. No. It was the cultural workers. They got this money. You know, this is what the EU is doing. They give it to the cultural workers and then they expect loyalty, and they always get it. The cultural workers in Sweden, they are extremely loyal to the EU project. And this money, I thought they had problems. Yeah, we found this money. Wow. Right, now also from Sweden, the Swedish government, which is socialist and green, they have decided to take power away from the parliament and give it to the government to handle the crisis. That's right. Same thing they did in Hungary, but when they did it in Hungary, the socialists here in Sweden, they got very angry about it. They said it was the end of democracy. No, Hungary was turning into a dictatorship. But when they do it themselves, of course, it's a brilliant thing. Yeah, you just have to do it. It's perfectly all right for some reason. And the final story from Sweden is this, the Center Party. I have to tell you some background. After the last election here in Sweden, the Center Party switched sides. They went left and they started to support the Socialists and the Greens. They did it in order to stop the nationalists from getting influence. Yeah, that's what they did. They pretended to be sort of right-wing, you see. Okay, so the other right-wing parties, they got very angry about this. And there were some harsh words spoken. Well, one of them is the moderate party, which is a bigger party. And then now, what happened is this: the Center Party is now inviting the moderate party for talks about this crisis. Don't do it. Don't talk to them. No. They will let you down. Yeah, they will. It's funny to watch this, actually, because the big party on the left side is the Socialist Party, and they sort of eat these small parties for breakfast. That's what they do. They get their support, and then they just eat them up. That's what they do. So I suppose this happened to the Center Party. They have sort of no influence. They get tired, maybe they are starting to shrink. I don't know really if they do, but I think they are. So they have to do something. So now again they want to talk to the moderate party. They used to be friends, before the election. They were friends, the moderate party and the Center Party. Yeah, don't do it. Don't talk to them. No. Right, and another thing, the main attack point for the Center Party against the moderate party was that the moderate party was talking to the nationalists. They were talking to them. And this makes them basically Nazis, you see? So this must have changed too. Pathetic people, the Center Party in Sweden. It's totally pathetic. The leader, the chairman, she's a Bilderberger. Yeah. Annie Lööf, that's her name. Alright, so now for some national news. Richard Branson in the UK. Well, he's not living in the UK, but he's a British guy. He's an EU lover, he's a globalist. billionaire. He's got this airline called Virgin, and it's not doing well at all. And now he wants the British taxpayers to bail them out. That's right. And I want to quote Katie Hopkins, one of my favorite women of all times, maybe. Katie Hopkins. She's telling Richard Branson to sod off. Yeah. That's what I would say. Well, this is sort of a court ruling, isn't it? Richard Branson, sod off. Yeah. And finally, I want to talk about the US Democrats. No, they are trying to blame Trump for what's happening with the corona in the United States. Yeah. They don't blame the Chinese, which is interesting, because that's where it started, right? I heard some people saying that it was racist to even call it the Chinese virus or the China virus. You see? US Democrats. So they don't want to blame China, which is actually causing this problem. So they want to blame Trump for it, right? So that's why I have a ruling today as well. I rule this: the US Democrats are anti-American. That's my ruling. Okay, that's all. Be good. Bye.